Now, during the election, our intrepid reporters will be out and about testing the mood of the nation with our ever-scientific mood box. So, Adam, where has the mood taken you today?
Hi Joe, not very intrepid today because I'm down by the River Dee in the city of Chester and it's absolutely gorgeous. What a nice day. Now, this is an interesting place because at the last election in 2015, the Labour candidate won by just a few votes more than the second place Conservative candidate, and UKIP got 8%. Now, this time round, if UKIP voters perhaps voted for another party or the UKIP candidate stood aside, then that could have a crucial impact on the result. So we've taken the mood box out on the streets of Chester and we're asking people, should the Purple Party pack up or fight on now that Brexit seems to be happening?
They're pretty much over now, aren't they? The job's done. And the probably won't see very much of them now.
OK. Sad to see the back of them?
No.
Oh, just a laugh. Is that a UKIP balloon you've got on your pram? Oh, it's McDonald's Happy Meal. UKIP coloured hair. Is that because you're a mega UKIP supporter?
No, I just love the colour.
How do you think UKIP will do at this election?
Not very well.
Pack up.
Why is that?
Dated.
There we are.
When he's 25, do you think the UK Independence Party will still exist?
Unfortunately, I don't think it will. But I think if you're that passionate about your beliefs, I think they should fight on. The way Labour is at the moment, I think it's very vulnerable, and it's probably looking for a new party that could come in and represent the working class.
Who's the leader of UKIP? No idea. How do you think Paul Nuttall, their new leader, is doing?
Well, I said something really defamatory, wouldn't it? Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
if you said something nice, it wouldn't be.
That's not so nice about him, is it?
Hello, sir. What do you think about UKIP? I like your shades, by the way.
Do you?
Very snazzy.
From Yarmouth.
Oh, look at that. A decanter in the shape of a stormtrooper. An impressive array of drones. A paintball blaster.
100%.
What do you think UKIP should do? Pack up or fight on? UKIP are talking about things like banning the burqa and things like that. Is that up your street?
Yeah, because covering your face and that, you just can't see people.
So you think they should fight on issues like that?
Yeah, fight on with issues like that.
The Brexit vote has happened for leaving Europe, so their purpose has gone in. You can see them kind of scrambling around, appealing to sort of far-right policies. And the only reason why they would stick around is so that something nastier doesn't follow, in my opinion.
Are you like a professor of politics or something?
No, I don't get out much.
Well, there we go. A few people think the party should fight on, but many, many more think it's game over. Thanks very much, City of Chester.
Paul Nuttall, there you go. Our scientific mood box says it all. You're wasting your time, and theirs.
Well, I think that's because of the short-term narrative that we have at the moment. People are believing Theresa May because she's able to talk the talk and act tough on Brexit. When September comes and she really has to start walking the walk, when negotiations start, I think she'll begin to backslide. I'm quite confident that'll happen. And when she does, UKIP will become even more relevant than ever before.
It'll be too late then, won't it, really? Because it's already, as you say, on the slide. I mean, if you want to look at something more scientific, we only have to look at the local elections last week.
Yeah.
I mean, you lost every single council seat you were defending. I mean, that was quite impressive from one point of view. I mean, that's a clear message from the electorate.
Well, look, we always knew that these elections were going to be the most tough that we faced.
Did you think you'd lose every single council seat?
Well, do you know, I expected a real bad result, OK? And we knew that these were going to be the most difficult local elections that we were going to fight. They were made doubly difficult by the fact that the Prime Minister called a general election. And indeed, she did her Boadicea impression on the day before the local elections when she had that fight with Jean-Claude Juncker, made it even more difficult. So
that's politics, isn't it?
In a way, it was convenient, but it made it very difficult for us. But look, do you know, politics is cyclical. politics isn't just about the short term, it's about the long term. And if UKIP stays on the pitch, I believe it will prosper in the future.
But it's going to be difficult to stay on the pitch because, as you say, with regards to Brexit, people, in your own words, are believing Theresa May.
For now.
But they're believing Theresa May. And in the meantime, you've got to watch what's been happening within your own party. Aaron Banks, your major donor, says you've crashed the car. Douglas Carswell, who was your only MP until he threw in the towel, says it's over. So it's not just from outside, it's from within.
Did you ever think you'd hear Aaron Banks and Douglas Carswell agree on anything?
No. No.
Hang on.
You may be right there. You may have a point there. But
But seriously, I mean, this is all short-term thinking. What we need to do is we need
Aaron
to...
Banks says you've crashed the car. That's not short-term. And Douglas Carswell's gone.
Well, look, you know, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because politics will come back onto our turf. What UKIP's got to do is hold its nerve, stay on the pitch, and the future will be very bright, I'm sure.
You lost all those council seats, and these were local elections.
Yeah.
And that's because they don't see you as a party beyond Brexit. So if it continues that people believe Theresa May on the issue of coming out of the EU, you don't have anything to offer. Yes, you've put forward policies, but people aren't interested in you for those, or not in any large numbers.
Well, firstly, when she begins to backslide, and I think she'll backslide on fisheries, I think there may well be some sort of deal on freedom of movement. I think we may well end up paying this divorce bill. People will feel betrayed. They'll feel let down. Now, where are these people going to go? They're not going to go Lib Dem. They're not going to go Green. They're not going to go Labour. They're going to come back to UKIP in their halls.
Because what are you going to be able to do?
So, in what sense?
Well, in terms of changing her direction on Brexit. If you haven't got any local councillors...
We have.
Or not enough. No, if you haven't got enough local councillors to put her under pressure, if you haven't got any MPs, if you don't get any in the general election, how are you going to do it?
Well, how do we put David Cameron under pressure to give us the referendum in the first place? Because UKIP goes up in the polls, it stays strong, electorally viable, and I believe that will be the case in the years to come.
But you haven't answered the question about the broader offer. There isn't a broader offer, is there? A powerful broader offer from UKIP on Brexit?
Oh, God, if you look, when you see our manifesto, it will be radical, it will be forward-thinking, and we'll lead the debate. In fact, I think our manifesto, in many ways, will be a decade ahead of its time, because I guarantee the policies that we put forward now will no doubt end up being the policies of the mainstream political parties, or indeed government policy in 10 years' time.
One of your councillors in Essex quit your party, saying it was a spent force. He was defecting to Jeremy Corbyn's Labour Party. People are going in all directions from UKIP.
That's the first I've heard.
Right, well, Jack Parsons. Jack Parsons was elected to a ward in Clacton. Well, you need to keep up with where they're going. I mean, they are all going in different directions.
It's a strange move, isn't it, I suppose? But then again, we had a Conservative councillor defect to us yesterday. So, look, as I say, UKIP's got to hold its nerve. As I say, this is going to be a difficult election. There's no doubt about that.
You're not going to win any seats.
Well, we may well win a couple, OK? And we're targeting sensibly. We're focusing our resources in terms of manpower, in terms of financial resources, on a small number of seats. So we're not going to have that scattergun approach.
You think two?
Look, you know, we could get over the line in a number of seats this time round. Maybe our vote share won't be as high as it was last, but maybe we'll get over the line. But what I've got to do is to keep this party on the pitch.
You just said, though, that you are waiting for Theresa May to backslide, that she won't actually keep to her commitments in terms of the sorts of Brexit that you would like to see. So why are you telling large parts of the country to vote Tory?
Well, we're also telling people in certain seats like Kate Hoey's to go out and vote Labour. Because
but why are you telling them to vote for a Tory party that you don't believe is going to deliver? You're telling parts of the country...
Because these are people who are true and real Brexiteers. Theresa May never was. She wanted us to remain in the European Union. She campaigned to remain.
But then you're asking your supporters to vote for her.
No, there are specific seats with specific sitting MPs whereby we will stand aside to ensure that we get the Brexit that we want. In fact, it's quite a moral thing to do, really. It's about putting your country above your party. Right.
I mean, according to Professor Stephen Fisher at Oxford University, the scale of the collapse in UKIP's vote will be one of the most important factors in deciding the scale of Theresa May's victory. Do you accept that?
Well, I think our vote share will go down. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Obviously, we're contesting this election on a sticky wicket because the Prime Minister's being believed at this present moment in time. If there's a move between us and the Conservatives, and I think you've already seen that in the polls, then, yeah, of course, it's going to play an important factor. But what we've got to do is to target sensibly on a certain number of seats and then try to get over the line.
Do you think you'll be the last leader of UKIP?
No.
All right.
You finished?
Yeah.
Thank you.